Hey, what is up guys? This is a 30-hour Skyblock base tutorial and also a little guide and some tips on how to progress through Skyblock, as I know it can be quite difficult to figure out where you're going to go next and how to make these artificial biomes and all that sort of stuff. So the first thing we're going to check out is our spawn island. As you can see, this is our spawn island so far. My friend has made a nice pirate ship and he's working on an island up here. We have our artificial desert biome off to the right. And we have our fishing bridge here. As you can see, you're going to need a lot of fishing holes, so just little ones like this will also help. So probably wondering how to get water to begin with. That is simply putting a bucket, like making a bucket with iron and leaving it in the rain, and it'll fill up with water, and from there you can make infinite water. So first thing we're going to check out is some of our farms. So as we head down, the first farm I made was actually a dirt farm. Well, it was just a farm along here with some basic pyramid structure with a bit of lava in the middle and you stand underneath. And it's a good way to get these early items of dirt and stone that you get from the slimes. And the most recent one I made was this artificial ice biome. And the best way to do this is to actually get the bottomless water bucket. Keep in mind my world is in pre-hard mode right now. And I've probably been playing for about 30 hours with like 3 or 4 other people, but they've only been joining intermittently. I've got a friend who, as you can see, is AFK in one of our farms. So the bottomless water bucket is a lot faster than doing the normal way, which is putting like a little V and then making infinite water. And then in a blood moon, the demolitionist will sell ice bombs, and you just simply bomb the water, and once you get like 1,000 ice blocks or something, it'll turn into an ice biome. So that's how to get the ice biome. Jungle one is you need water and you need the rain, make a little water bucket, put the water in a hole and turn dirt into mud, and then you get jungle's leaves from just random slimes on the surface. So as you can see, it's a pretty dodgy farm as of now. I'm going to go to the left actually and show you that I have these unsafe spider brick walls which will spawn spiders. Super helpful for as soon as we get into hard mode, we can farm spiders straight away. To create these unsafe blocks, you need to shimmer the walls. So for example, if you want to make a farm like this and you want to add a spider spawner in there, you'd simply go down to wherever you want, go to an echo mist location, put a crafting table down, and with web you turn it into I think a spider wall. And then from there you turn it into unsafe spider wall, which you throw all the spider wall in the shimmer and you can get it like that. And the other farm we're going to show is the dungeon one. So dungeon one's super useful, get dungeon drops. It might make it a bit harder in hard mode. And we also have our fishing for all of our fishing quests down here. And since the only place the enemies can spawn is on the far sides of the screen on these unsafe dungeon bricks, which you get from killing the worm boss, just make sure when you place it down, you place them in the cavern layer. I made the mistake of building an entire dungeon up here. This was my original dungeon, and then I had to mine 1,000 unsafe dungeons. I had to mine the dungeon walls up, and then once you mine them up, they no longer become the spawning ones, so then you have to re-chuck them in the shimmer. So I had to like pull them up 3 times. So, and I have these treadmills so that if anything spawns at the bottom, my frogs or ballista staff will kill it and it'll float up to the top, which is really handy. And the orbs won't get you, and all these guys will only spawn like close. Normally the frogs kill them before they attack. So there's the dungeon one. Okay, I think the most important thing you want to see is the loot. So we'll go, all these chests are a bit all over the place. So I think the most important one is our bar chest. So as you can see, we have thousands of ores, heaps and heaps of them. We have like nearly 1,000 of basically every ore. The gems are a bit harder to get. As you can see, we've had a gem tree here, but we weren't really using them. And to get gems in the first place, you just kill those like scuttlers or something drops like a geode. You just throw the geode on the ground. We have here's what the ice bombs look like, freeze bombs. So as you can see, we've got heaps of rope, we've got, there's the curse blocks, we've got heaps of stone. Working on getting honey, because the honey pit is what we don't have yet, fish and honey. I think my mate was working on it before he gave up because it's just taken ages. Lots and lots of slime, you know, nearly 30,000 slime. We're working on getting jungle spores too from our jungle farm. Obsidian's really hard to get. Slush I've just started getting from the ice slimes, the ice biome. They'll drop them. Bunch of potions. It's really hard to get these, you know, healing potion. I drop 102. So it's good to get an early glowing mushroom farm done so you can turn these ones into those ones because you won't find any chests sort of thing. And most of the potions that aren't really useful, I've been shimmering them for the glass. So that's why we don't have that much of all the normal ones. Yeah, just junk chest in there. This is my piggy bank as of now. As you can see, I've just finished making obsidian into sand and then mixing sand with stone in the solidifier to make sandstone, and then made sandstone wall, and then made treacherous sandstone wall. So when I'm ready, I can make an underground desert biome that will spawn the underground mobs. Super useful for hard mode when you can get like gins and stuff spawning in there for a lot of the early hard mode weapons. Got my shimmer gun that I've just been using to spray people because I haven't seen the new shimmer look yet. A random guitar, sort of collecting some gold stuff. And I got 5 platinum. I've spent a lot of platinum on wiring. I keep dirt in here in case I need to build stuff, and wormholes, which are really hard to get because making potions is really hard in Skyblock because you don't have the glass. Then up here is like, you know, a bunch of javelins. We had to get rid of the marble part of our farm because we're getting too many javelins. Heaps of bows, heaps of all this sort of stuff you get from fishing. Like, we probably had 100 of each of these armor sets. Like, we have like 20 mining armor. We've just been trashing them because we don't need them anymore. Heaps of this sort of stuff. We just trash these days because a lot of stuff. And like, you know, 805 bass. We've been doing like a lot of fishing. And we fished up a bewitching table, which is really handy. So I'm going to go down to this one now. And as you can see, if I pull out my wiring tool, this is all the wiring that I've done. So the teleporters, obviously, I have all the dart traps wound up. And especially some on the right too, just to keep pushing them over. This one actuates all this stuff, so you get all the bugs. If I wanted to get bait, I would just stand there and collect them. It's mainly for spores. Could be really trying to get spores. Obviously, we've got none then. Normally, I'll send a couple of frogs out and kill the man-eaters that build up, but it's fine. Turn it back on. He's having a bad old time there. There's our honey down the bottom, obviously. And then over here, we've got a mushroom fishing area. So when we have a mushroom quest, we can just go over there. Down here, I've been doing some... Well, this is our hell bridge. We haven't killed waterflesh yet. This is where I've been catching a lot of hell bugs and doing some hell fishing, but we don't have a shadow key, so I'm just keeping these in my inventory for now. So I've caught a couple obsidian crates, whatever they're called. Inventory gets really clogged because I've got all these baits, all this stuff. I'm just missing, you know, 2 of the fishing gear. These are my items. It's really hard to get decent items. This is new. It's really cool. It just like, it stops you taking fall damage if you just hold jump and down like that. Really cool. And then I have my fishing armor, which I have full fishing, and then just like some summon stuff, and an obsidian shield, which, you know, pretty lucky to get. And this is our NPC building. It's kind of ugly. It says Chud at the top. One of my mates did that. Yeah, it just says that. So I'm gonna go over this side. Building the ocean biome is really hard because you need to get sand initially, and you know, you need the extractinator because you want to get obsidian from, you know, making your infinite water source and your infinite lava source connect and just mining it up with whatever pickaxe you have. And then you have to extractinate the obsidian into sand, and you need, I believe, 100 on the bottom, at least a 1 block layer thick on the bottom of your big water pond on the beach biome to get the angler spawn. So that was a pain to get. And this is just seashells. I think you can extractinate seashells over here for like sand, maybe. I haven't bothered. And then the lava on the roof is just so we can just, you know, get loot as well while we're fishing if something dies on it. Yeah, I put the paint and the nurse over here. This is a weird building I built just to like get some more NPC space. It's made out of office blocks. As you can see, it's just as it is over here. And then we've got a little sky island up here for the fishing quests. This little cage up here is so we can fish through the 1x1s on Blood Moon, and a bunch of Blood Moon enemies will come out. But they can't attack you if you've blocked off, so you just let a summon if you have one do it, or just bow it down over time. Really annoying at the start, but a good way to get some really good weapons. You can get, you know, the frog staff and the blood rainbow and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, here is our, this was probably my crowning achievement, honestly, is the desert biome. Super annoying to get, what is it, 300 sand or 150 sand, I think it's 300 sand. So you have to mine 300 bits of obsidian. Really annoying, but it was done. Let me extractinate it. We have our jungle biome over here. This is some extra dungeon brick that I have. I haven't mined it up yet because I don't need to. I shimmered the witch doctor, so he'll sell wings as soon as I get into hard mode. And we have the shimmer over here. As you see, I've fallen through quite a few times. Trying to figure stuff out. The corruption biome here was really annoying because it wasn't working the first time. All of these biomes can be quite finicky, and I've had to like redo them quite a few times, a lot of them. We have our tinker table here, and some more chests over here. They're just like garbage stuff that we don't really need. As you can see, it's pretty hard mode, but we've spent a lot of time in it. The first like couple hours, maybe 5 to 10 hours of Skyblock, really slow, just working on getting your farms, you know, but eventually it picks up, and I'm sure once we get to hard mode that, you know, we'll be right and we'll figure stuff out to do. It's a challenge. It's really interesting. If you guys have any questions at all about anything you've seen or want any tips about Skyblock, just shoot us a message or leave a comment, and I'll be sure to answer it. Obviously, we're going to go into hard mode probably later tonight or tomorrow. There's not that much we need to do, really. I'm happy with the B armor. We're not going to get molten armor because it's really annoying to get the obsidian and the hellstone drops from slimes once you've killed Skeletron, I believe. So if you need any help with like progression and how to do it, I'll also leave a link to a guide on a wiki that they update like every couple hours once more people get information, and you can see that. So I'll make another video maybe at like 50 hours and then 75 and then maybe 100. So I'll keep you guys updated on how our world is looking. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned something. And I'll see you again later.